Hey Timothy, how are you? Alright, third and Rose Venice Beach. Clean up. I'm on my way actually to LAX, but I got pulled in this one. Third and Rose cleanup. Every Thursday they're having these cleanups in Venice.
Hey, can we get that umbrella, please?
Yeah, but I'm not speaking to her. I'm done with her. Oh, it's only got one. Guys calling the cops on them. You too, my friend. Third and Rose, they have a cleanup every Thursday. I think it's kind of a form of harassment, but that's what's going on. I'm headed out to LAX. I was not going to do this, but I got several phone calls come in. So the rules in the house are no hate speech, no dumping on the homeless, no making fun of the homeless. So watch your wording. Say what you want to say, but be respectful. You don't have to agree with me, but just watch your wording because I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not really doing these encampment videos anymore, but the rules still follow. You may disagree, but you say your comment and be respectful. Garbage, this is their property. Maybe garbage to you, not garbage to them. You're probably sitting somewhere in an apartment, rent paid, food in your belly. So it's easy for you to come down on homeless people. Just keep that in mind, my friend. Your garbage is not their garbage. I hate folks that just want to leave comments. Oh, garbage, throw them in the desert. I can't stand folks that way. And people get down on me about it, but don't agree with me. But just like you gotta do it respectfully. I don't play that. Not on this channel. Thank you, my friend. I think Angel was back. Angel was living on this. She's back. The young girl Angel. She's back from her parents, and she moved in on Third. I think they took her tent over here.
Because they're not. They're not giving me everything that I need. Like, I have private people bringing me prenatal vitamins. Lydia brings the monthly feminine products. As far as the city helping me, nobody. This is private citizens helping.
But there are supposed to be city services for, like, for example, a pregnant woman like Sarah.
Right, but
So
they
they're
can't.
not
I don't think they can deal with it. I listen to a lot of, she talks about, and I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind her talking about it. I don't think they can deal with it to get to that ultimate issue that I need you in a housing. I need you to take your prenatal vitamins. I need you to have your, and the other women, they need to have their feminine products, and thank God Lydia brings it. But the city doesn't bring us in.
I don't know if we're going to try to roll out together.
Can all this taxpayer money for services that's not being deployed?
I'm not being paid.
Right, yeah, but I mean, even the people that are getting paid, like Lhasa, or these people that are like St. Joseph's, why are they not here helping you? But St. Joseph's, that's what they're getting paid for, right? To help people like Sarah, who's pregnant, to get housing, or other people that lose their medication.
I agree, but what I'm saying
Well,
is
I'm just
that
asking, just trying to figure out what's going on.
I can't figure it out, and to tell you the truth, I've given up trying to figure it out because I don't see it, and these people don't feel it. So, and what I see is that they do need to help us more because bring us the prenatal vitamins, bring us the feminine products, bring us clothes, bring us tents. But you bring us tents, and Michael and Gary go buy tents.
And they're cleaning it up, and this is unfortunately what they do now.
And I don't know where Sarah is right now, and I'm extremely worried, and I don't know where I see Ricky. I don't see Angel, and I know
that was a tent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where's Dawn?
It's amazing. They took a tent again.
See, you got good eyes.
Well,
I saw that.
Yeah. It's really amazing.
So basically.
So they took her tent. She's what, 19, 20?
Yeah.
Now I got to get her another tent.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's city resources being deployed to take people's tents rather than to help them get housing. And another thing I'm seeing right here, I just spoke to a police officer and asked, how long are they going to be here? And they said they may be here till 3 o'clock. If you look at the street on both sides, it's clean.
It's clean.
There's no, and all these people out there waiting
to come back. It
may rain.
Yeah, it may rain.
And so they're sitting in the potential rain. They're not doing anything. And Dexter O'Donnell, and when I put out his name, he told me that everybody has equal protection under the law.
What does that mean?
And what he means by that is, if we are cleaning it up, and he used this word, other streets are getting harassed more. His word harassed, so let's see where they're actually coming from, then that's not fair. And I'm saying, well, what about all our effort to clean this up?
That's
Gary and Spike and Laddie are out here every day. And that doesn't count for anything?
I just got her this tent. And look, they're going to take it.
And
wow, you serious?
Look.
That's a new tent?
Yeah. That's Angel's. What? Look, there's the clock.
Wow.
Oh my God. Look.
that's a double waste of money.
That's amazing.
Double waste of money.
And what's even worse is, anybody that does have a social worker, which few enough have anyway, now they think she's living over there. What happens is, what I've seen happen is that somebody will now move on another street because
She'll
a friend
come
of
back.
theirs, well, but I'm talking about a specific example that I know about. So somebody was on the street, like on 3rd Street, they got all, like a woman that had mental difficulties. They took her medication, and we all know how hard you have to get a psychiatrist to prescribe it. The psychiatrist is like, are you selling your medication?
Yeah,
are you stealing
I got
it?
you.
What are you doing? So they have a hard time getting that back. And then people say, oh, these people are just crazy because they're taking the street. Well, of course you're going to be crazy if somebody takes your belongings and your medication on a regular basis. So these are the human tragedies on top of everything else that I think we should prevent. And Gary and them, they are trying to do that, and they were promised by Tristan, who's one of the city supervisors, like the deputies on and they're gonna stop doing it. Now Dexter says equal protection under the law. You have to, if you're getting harassed less, you gotta harass others more. And what about all this work we're doing? Everybody wants the homeless to be housed and people to get services, except for some reason, the city. And they're the ones getting the money. This is my money and other people's money being used to buy these tents. I mean, this tent was this was not this, who paid for that tent?
A lady brought it over, older lady.
So this is a private citizen using their own money.
She brought the tent because she heard me talking to Angel, and Angel was having a breakdown.
She was?
Yeah, I don't know what about.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe the fact that somebody
the
takes
older
your shit,
lady heard. She was bringing sandwiches, and she says, "I'm gonna go buy a tent right now." And wherever she went, she came back with that tent and handed it to Angel.
Wow.
Now it's gone.
Now, another thing I want to also say is the police officers I spoke to this morning,
They said it was clean.
they said we would rather clean up crime somewhere else than be here and not really do anything.
Yeah.
And I've called police before, and you don't get anybody on the line because they're overextended. Now, but look at the street right now. Do we need, there's 6 police officers deployed here that are not fighting crime somewhere else?
It's 8, really, because it's 2 cars down.
Yeah, so it's even 8 police officers.
Mm.
8
cars
police
to
officers.
each.
That's a lot of people. And you see the police line, and we were trying to get to this tent, and they're not letting us get the tent. I don't know if you saw it earlier. I literally had to run over a police line, which is technically a crime, to get somebody's tent, to get somebody's umbrella off. That's not, I mean, come on, guys. The only reason why I guess it was too absurd for them to even call it
exactly.
and make it a crime. But anyway, I believe in people. I believe our effort is the right thing to do. I believe, as Martin Luther King said, the long arm of justice bends towards truth, or the long arc of justice. So in the long term, I think what we're doing here will be recognized, it will be implemented in more parts of the city, and together, this is an approach of all of us together, we will solve the homelessness crisis because we have the money.
You have
the money.
You have the money, and they give it to the different agencies, but I don't see them over here every day. You have to have the fortitude to be here every day.
Yeah, and
I work, and I go to school, and I got 4 grandchildren, so you cannot tell me time is
that it's impossible. We gotta talk about the disruption to the showers.
well, that's another thing. I talk about the showers.
The showers makes no sense. The showers are down there. People can't even get through to get a shower that they only get once a week. Now Angel and all of them, they're gone. Kitty, they're all gone. They can't get a shower this week. Look at the tape.
So this organization called Urban Alchemy, they're doing a beautiful thing.
Beautiful job.
They're coming once a week. They're using the water from the fire hydrant. They bring their own generator, so everybody gets a 15-minute shower. People always complain that the homeless look so dirty. So a company that is trying to get this going, people are being prevented from taking showers on a clean street that is now being cleaned up. I mean, it's like, it is so absurd. That's why I believe what Martin Luther King said, in the long run, the long arc of history bends towards justice. Yeah. They're basically stealing from the homeless. And I'm kind of at a loss for words, really.
I can't even hardly speak because I'm looking at this. This type of money right here could be used to get these people a permanent house or a permanent apartment. These kind of funds here. Because I don't know how much these guys make an hour. But that kind of money made an hour could be used to pay rent for somebody in a house. We clean the street every day with bleach, not just steam water, with bleach. And you can talk to any of them over here. We go buy bleach.
There's no scabies, there's
No.
lice, there's no other disease.
We use so much bleach, it's no rats. The owl can't even.
Wow.
The owl can't come. It's too much bleach.
So I want to talk about another waste of city resources. Do you know how much these trash cans cost?
$5,000
Per
trash
so
can.
let's look at this green trash can right there.
Waste of money.
$5,000. Now this trash can, if you look at it, it has a place. It's bear safe. In case we have any bears out here, it's like this small. So anything that's bigger than this, you cannot get into this trash can.
No, you can't.
And so what happens is, things are outside the trash can, which again is then an excuse to say, well, we got to clean it up. No, for $5,000, a big trash can like that at Home Depot is $90. Because I've been down there wanting to buy them, and then I can't keep spending my money on this. So it's just fuck up, and I hate to use that language. It's just incompetence over incompetence over incompetence. I think we need to elect officials that will actually solve the problem, and we spent $1 billion, all of us taxpayers, on Measure H, and why am I paying for these tents if there's $1 billion? Or why are other people that we raise money from paying? And I'm sorry, like I'm up late last night, up early this morning. We rented these U-Haul trucks to get at least some of this stuff, so people don't get displaced and people can get more stability, so they can get started. I know I keep repeating myself. But we're gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I'm the kind of person, the more you throw in my way, the more I get motivated to find a solution. So we're gonna keep going. You see this symbol right here? You see it on the street right there?
Yeah.
So now this is Rose Avenue. This is a white rose. And you see it better here. This is, you can see it's a white rose right here.
Yeah, right rose. Okay.
So the idea of a white rose, I'm German. I've been here for 30 years. I consider myself, this is my home now. But in Germany, the Nazis, as we all know, legally murdered human beings. And the White Rose was a resistance movement to say we gotta stop this. And in my hometown of Munich, Germany, they put flyers into the university to say we gotta stop this insanity. And the janitor found them and they were executed. And what I see with the homeless here, sorry to say, these laws are making it legal for homeless to be illegal. Ordinance 4118 that just passed. So, and the way people talk about them, people come through here with paintballs, they yell, scum, all this stuff. That's what I saw. I learned this in history lessons in Germany 3 times from age 14. That's how they treated the Jews. And then more and more they passed laws, so it was legal to do it. More and more they're passing laws here to do it. And they're being thrown away like trash. And it's a crime against humanity. It is a hate crime. And what we're also trying to get to is legislation passed where you're going to get prosecuted for a crime against a homeless person as like you get prosecuted for a crime against a hate crime against black people, Muslims, Jews, any other group, because they need to be legally protected. And part of our activism is not just to help with keeping the street clean, on a legal level, and also point out people that are causing these crimes. This is not just happening. A person like Dexter O'Donnell, whoever his bosses are, and ultimately, I call it the WMD, Weapons of Mass Destruction, but I say it's the white male, you can call it dick, douchebag, you can call it white male delight, because they've created a delightful situation for themselves. I'm white and male, so
well, that's what's
I'm calling my own kind
That's
out
why I
here
told my neighbors,
because
don't complain
they are behind all of this.
about homeless people
Let's look
out
at the
there.
bigger picture
Y'all
for a
don't want
second.
them on Third? You don't
8
want them on Hampton?
white males, American citizens, own 50% of the wealth of this world. You can look this up. Oxfam, everybody knows about Oxfam. It's a big multinational nonprofit helping people, with inequality, poverty. 50% of all wealth in the world. No, 8 people own as much as 50% of the rest of humanity. And that is a very inefficient distribution of resources. And
They throwing away all the food.
You kidding right now?
All that fresh fruit that tell the officers, go up to the officers and give them your name. Thank you. We brought fresh fruit out here. Apples, oranges, cucumbers, lettuce, tomatoes, bread that Whole Foods gave us. They just threw it all away. They just threw it all away.
And we were trying to get to the food because
wouldn't
we
let
had
us.
we had a whole street that we've been cleaning up since last night, and the rest of the stuff that we couldn't clean up, they're not letting us get to it.
No, they're throwing it away. So how does this help? How does this help? Fresh fruit, fresh bread. That was given to us for the unhoused, and they just threw it all away. What did he tell you?
So coming, but this is not just randomly happening. So if the greed of 8 people allows them to own 50% of the wealth that 3.5 billion people own as much as 8 people, and the end result is something like this. This is the tip of the iceberg. And what our organization, sidewalksociety.world, see Sidewalk Society, you see right here? .world is a worldwide problem, is to stop the hogging of resources, the grabbing of resources by a minority and not distributing it to everybody. Because Gandhi said, see you got Gandhi over here, I have my inspirations right on my body, make sure I never forget it. He said, there's enough for everybody's
There's
need.
enough for everyone.
Well, he said it like this, for everybody's need, but not enough for
Not for
everybody's
their
greed.
Yeah.
That's his word.
I mean, I'm watching. That was a lot of food. So, are they helping us or are they hindering us? They're hindering us.
So we're doing 3-pronged. One is community activism, like being out in the street. Number 2, raising funds so we can get tents. And number 3, awareness of what's causing this problem, like the unbelievably unequal distribution of resources. And as a planet, we are going under. And it's the greed of a few corporations who are taking resources out of the earth that we all own as human beings and grabbing them and causing harm to all of us. And the earth is really already saying no. All the hurricanes, all that stuff, that's all the global warming. It all fits into a larger picture. And so that's the 3-pronged approach. And we want to take it even, we want to do a wealth creation for everybody. People really get into cryptocurrency these days. So we're starting a cryptocurrency where you, as any asset, the more people that get interested, the more valuable it is. And if anybody looks at Bitcoin, all these other ones, that could be a creation of millions, even billions of dollars. And we're going to give 50% of that money back to solving the homeless problem, because if nobody else gives us the money, we're going to make it happen ourselves. And anybody who gets involved in the cryptocurrency, the more it gets going, the more people individually are going to actually financially also benefit from it. And I know it's going to happen. It's going to take us probably a couple months to get it started. We're going to call it Home Free Coin. I think it's an innovative way to raise money. And in the meantime, you can go on sidewalksociety.world and there's links to buy us tents, and we're gonna keep fighting.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep fighting. We have to. I'm here for the women, and I know that might sound ugly, but I hate to see women on the street, especially pregnant women on the street, and we're not gonna give up. Please, if you could help us, that would greatly help these women out here. I gotta get Angel. I gotta get on the horn now and try to get Angel another tent and Sarah, and I don't even know where they are at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, and like a couple weeks back, there was a woman by the name of Corinne,
Yeah.
and she was for 9 years, she worked in a mental health facility as a caregiver. She also had her own challenges. They took her child,
Yeah.
and she lost all of her
it
stuff,
completely. Yeah.
ended up in the street, and we happened to have a tent for her. And the day before, I'm gonna try not to cry, but
Yeah.
So-
I'm sorry, I can't.
so I had to take her stuff.
They're taking all the bird stuff, and he's got mental. It's on your side. See that what they're taking now?
Yeah.
That's Bird's, and Bird definitely has dementia. So they wouldn't let us get his stuff.
Because we tried to warn people, but we have a whole street to take care
Yeah.
of. So some of them, we can get their stuff into the trucks. It's literally like what happened with the SS, the Jews trying to get out of the place, so the SS wasn't going to get them. I know that sounds extreme, but this is what's
No,
happening
but that's
here.
what's happening.
I grew up in that country. We know what this ends. We know how this ends. 3 to 5 people a week are calling the local district representatives to ask for internment camps on government-owned land to put internment camps for homeless people. Like, they're criminalizing a result of a system that has failed to include everybody. If there's people that have this much money, why can't we just give a little? I mean, we're talking about $160 tent. We're talking about not spending money to destroy their shit, right? So I just want to get back to Corinne, because that to me really hit really
Corinne
home.
hits hard, yeah.
So I was in a rush because I had to get everybody out, and so I took what she had. It was like it was in the evening, and again at 6 in the morning, because people need to sleep in their tents. We only have, they come at 7, so at 6 o'clock we're trying to do
Yeah.
it. Anyway, I'm sorry, it's been a long night, and so I said to her, I will see you here again at 3:30 after the sweep is done. We're gonna bring all your stuff back. I had her put it in boxes, I relabel it with her name, I said it's gone. And she was saying, she was starting to hear voices because she was not on her medication.
Yeah.
Because she was already displaced before, she lost her medication. This is somebody who spent 9 years helping people with mental difficulties. And she could relate to them because she had them herself, but she was managed with medication. So now, in another sweep, she lost her medication, she's like already struggling, and that's the last time I ever saw her.
Yeah, we don't know where she is now. We have no clue. And she was stationary here. She trusted all of us. She would listen, the whole thing, but now we have no clue. This kind of stress, to me it's called post-traumatic stress syndrome, because you're doing to them worse what the wars did to them.
Yeah.
You're constantly moving them around, constantly taking their things. It's post-traumatic stress syndrome. So who knows where she is?
And I talked to her, because we've been she'd been there for about 4 weeks by that time.
Right.
So I would talk to her every evening. I'd say, hey, Corinne, how are you doing? What's going on? And she says, I'm struggling, but finally at least I got a little bit of a place to stay, and we're trying to connect to the services, and I said, don't you have anywhere to go? Anywhere at all? She didn't. And because otherwise I'd say, okay, she probably went somewhere else. But I asked her several times over, rather than being out in the street, don't you have anywhere to go?
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
And now she's gone.
We don't know where.
So whoever orders these sweeps, I want to be very clear, that is murder.
And now they're down there taking birds who has dementia. And I have no idea where he is. And now if I find him and I bring him back, all of his things are gone. Everything that he known to be normal or his, they're being taken. And they wouldn't let us get the articles. They wouldn't allow Gary to get it. They wouldn't allow Michael to get it. They wouldn't allow Julian. And they wouldn't allow Lydia and I to go get it. We would have just drug it down here, but police have the tape up and you can't go past. So how is this helping? I just don't understand how this is helping a situation that is already a volcano. They're just adding to the eruption. I don't understand what's going on. You have all these empty office buildings on Lincoln Boulevard that could be transformed into cubicles of housing and get the people in there that can offer the services to these individuals and get them the permanent help they need rather than doing this. This is not helping at all. This is a hindrance. I don't know where my girls are. I'm upset because I don't know where my girls are. But they had to leave because LAPD told them they had to go. It's a sad situation. And it's like a hamster running in a wheel. There's nobody really looking for a solution.
Well, we are, and we're going to make it happen. And we're just going to keep going.
I'm talking about city officials.
Well, yeah.
We are looking as private citizens. We're looking. But I just don't see that this is helping.
And the stuff's not being stored, right?
Well, it's being stored, but how do they get downtown?
Because he said.
Okay, I want to talk about the storage thing.
Go.
So, on August 19th on Hampton, I come back, actually you filmed that, come back one day to see that they're in the middle of destroying where I was staying at the time. And they said, well, we're going to get your stuff back. And I was down, I have a car. So I went all the way downtown, which is a 45-minute drive, twice. And they said, well, I'm sorry, we don't have it. This other agency has it. Give us a call back. I gave them a call back and they said, oh, no, the sanitation department has it now. And I called the sanitation department and all the options of who to talk to, there was no option of getting your stuff back.
Wow.
So now I called them back again, the first office, and they haven't gotten back to me yet. Now this was 6 weeks ago, and I have a lot of mental resources, but if you are in a more precarious situation, you're not going to go through all of that.
Yeah.
And I also have a PhD in psychology, and I counsel people, and having a stability of where you are is one of the most fundamental things to your mental health.
Exactly.
And this is like a big, housing first. They understand. Go ahead. Okay.
Well, they give you a receipt, don't they?
They give you a receipt.
No. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just want to interject this. They give you a receipt. But if you're mentally incapable, as 2 of my girls are, you don't know what to do with that. They don't have a phone, so I called. And
Well, partly because they lose their phone in sweeps like
with
this.
the sweeps, yeah.
Well,
And
go ahead,
I
sorry,
called, and what I was told, and I think I have all my mental capabilities, but what I was told was bring them down here, and we have a drawing. Well, it's hard to get people in a car that have sometimes mental issues because they don't want to be boxed in. And so I went. The maps they made were confusing for me because they had the map from Hampton, but they only showed the places where they took it. They didn't show the names of the people. So I didn't know which was what because it's all stacked there in a certain order. So I didn't know whose was what, and I couldn't get it.
Right. And what I also experienced was they didn't let me go and even if my stuff had been there, they say we couldn't let you see this stuff. You have to describe it to
Wow,
us.
that's terrible.
Right.
So now, on top of that, now when I describe something, they have to then go by that description,
They took all the
go
bird stuff.
wherever
Yeah.
that is, and then find it. And like I said, my experience has been I still haven't gotten my stuff back. Some of this was, very, valuable things.
And you got a
especially
receipt
to me.
with a number on it, right?
I didn't even get a receipt.
I didn't. She
They didn't.
get
Nobody
a
gave me a receipt. I had to go downtown to what's called the bin,
the bin.
and
Where's that at?
it's downtown.
Is
It's-
it easy to get to by a bus?
No,
No.
But I don't. I mean, I have, like I said, I have my own car. But
no, it's not though.
Right, that
Because
you know, I wouldn't know.
The two guys that took the bus down there, they said when they got there that it was locked up, and they said you should have been told it was certain times that this is
Whoa,
open,
man.
and when it's not open.
Right. So I had the experience. I actually looked up at what time it was open, and it said 5 o'clock. I got there at 4:30,
That's
and
not
they
open.
said to me, "You can't come in." I said, "I just drove all the way from Venice out here," and they said, "I'm sorry,
Right.
can't come in." So I had to do another trip, and then everything happened after that. Now, I think in theory, this was like some bureaucrat to say, okay, we're just going to take this stuff, mark it, and store it. Sounds easy enough. But the reality is it's just not working. And what's worse is I asked them how many other people didn't even come here to get their stuff or to even attempt to get their stuff, and they said, you are the only one.
Mm.
And the reason why I believe I was the only one out of 30 people staying is because they've given up. Because if you go, I mean, that's the definition of insanity. We keep trying to do the same thing and expect different results. So, because they're somewhat logical, they're saying, well, I never got it before, why should I even try?
Yeah.
I only tried it because it was the first time that happened to me, and I'm a different bird. To me, staying outside is a lifestyle choice. So I'm kind of like the nightmare everybody talks about. Oh, these guys don't want to pay rent, blah, 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 blah. Now, let's talk about that in a historical context for a minute. So, I know I'm not making myself any friends here, but if you look at Henry David Thoreau, right here on Walden Pond.
We already got that though in the
Yeah,
other
okay,
video.
but my point is that I'm pursuing a dream, and I want to live in a way where I can spend the maximum amount of time doing that.
I'll put that video in the
Yeah,
description.
okay. I just want.
No, I was talking to the people.
Okay.
What are you talking about? I'll put his video in the description. Go ahead.
But the point is,
We're live now.
okay, all right, okay. So the point is,
Lydia,
because I saw all
put
this
up
abuse
signal
going on,
and-
that's what turned me into an activist. Before that, I was like, I'm writing. I always stayed away from homeless encampments. I got my, hashtag van life. We all know about it. Keep my van super clean. Stay out of areas where there's any trouble. But then, long story, my van kept breaking down. It's a classic. It's 50 years old. So every few years it does that, and that's how I got over there. And that's when I saw these what I really call human rights violations, hate crimes being committed, and I was an acting teacher before, and now I'm using my savings and I'm using all my time. I got fired from my job because my employer didn't want me to see being associated with homeless people. I taught really high-end actors. Some of them are movie stars. I can't name names because obviously the privacy. So, and I'm fine with that because it gave me a purpose to do something that actually makes a difference rather than teaching rich kids how to act. I hate to say it like that, but there were also, like I said, there were also people who were very successful. So it was inspiring for me to do that, but to really make a difference and to see, for $200 you can buy somebody a house is maybe more inspiring. And that's why I have this tattoo on my hand, because I'm going to keep doing this for the rest of my life.
Because you're in Hampton, right?
I was in Hampton when it happened. You filmed it.
Is that
It was the sweep on.
is that another sweep coming up on Hampton?
next week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
And what we're trying to do is, the Mama D is up there. She has the tent. We got her one of the tents that we bought, so she is trying to help that block, and Gary and Spike are trying to keep that block a little more clean. And I believe we will succeed.
And if anybody in the community of Venice has tents, we would appreciate it if you could bring them over so people have somewhere to sleep tonight and inside, because it's supposed to rain.
Yeah.
So it would be lovely if you have, even if they're used tents, as long as they're in good condition, we can take it and give it to these people that lost their belongings too. Thank you.
Right, and you can drop it off
Yeah.
on 3rd Street, halfway between Rose and Sunset. There's a big white tent on the east side of the street that Gary and Spike have, and that's where Gary is feeding people out of. And that's where, unfortunately, the donation we had for food
Was taken.
that was taken from there because, yeah, well,
It's amazing that they actually did a sweep when it was clean already.
Yes, that's right, Tony. It was clean already.
and Tony, what I would love for you to do, to maybe make a video once we've put it back up, everything, so you can see the degree to which we have cleaned it up, and to hopefully maybe have somebody who's also in charge of making these decisions, or maybe citizens who can say, hey, you know, we want people to be helped, not to be
Yeah.
hindered.
I mean, because this is breaking my heart. I mean, a few of the people just were not mentally capable of getting their things, and those are the ones that have been taken. So I'm gonna go home and scrounge up some sheets and blankets and have my sister do some, and I'll call my good friend Jade and ask her, so they have something when they come back, something of comfort.
Yeah.
To have. And the food, I don't know, maybe we can call Whole Foods again, and if they have another note, but they just gave us that.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you guys doing? Yeah.
Yeah. But it's wonderful that you got Whole Foods to help out. I mean, Whole Foods, for everybody to know, is about 3 blocks up on the street from here. So that's cool that they're doing that. I always feel like we gotta keep it positive.
Yeah.
I'm positive. Lydia's positive. We're here. Tony's positive. He's here. You're positive. We just gotta put our positive together and go meet with the city and let them know what we're over here doing. It's not just for nothing. It's for something. So we're doing something.
This would be a community oversight to be able to work with the city and the county to do things differently, because we need to evolve to that place of community, and community isn't housed, community isn't driving a Tesla, community belongs to everyone willing to listen and to not compromise humanity, but to reassess how this isn't working and how this needs to be different, because they said it best. You got, since 7 a.m. you've got however many tents taken. Maybe we witnessed 2.
We witnessed 3.
Okay, 3. So there it is. You've got, what time is it now?
And that's on
4 hours.
25% of the street, because
Yeah.
we didn't see the other side, and it's like it goes twice as far or even further.
And let me just say lastly that you have people who have special privileges walking beyond the tape, and those of us who don't.
Yeah.
And they're here every day, and other people who come here once a week who have special privileges to walk past the yellow tape. Now I want to know if they're an employee of the state or the county, because at this point there should be a special pass or special guidance to allow people to go take a shower.
Yeah.
I'd like to see not escorts, but somehow from LASA or Urban Alchemy, somebody to say, hey, Joe, it's your turn to shower, let's go. And they'll be able to maneuver past these trucks.
Yeah.
Because if the city's talking about liability, we're past that. People are not having their medications. It's the city's liability. And that why they don't have medications. They've stolen their medications and destroyed the medications. So right there.
And all these people that you see right here, to have their showers. They only get them once a week, and they can't even get through because of LA sanitation.
And LAPD. Yep. So there's solutions here, but you guys, it's like not a mediation, but there's an oversight of how it's not working, and where's the permanent housing at the end of the day? Where's the
really
permanent
what we're
housing?
All along Lincoln Boulevard, there's empty office buildings, totally empty office buildings, and I will keep saying this, that can be turned into cubicles and allow people, as Gary and Spike and all these other individuals who are capable of helping and assisting the unhoused in a manner that is respectful, because I love all these guys over here and they know it. So it is a way to help. So there is a solution. But doing this to them every week or every other week on the rotation, everything is equal under the law, I don't understand that statement. Because when
Well, the
people,
statement makes sense, but it's not applied. It's applied as
Not
an
applicable.
excuse for something that is not, that is inhumane.
because I watch the cleanliness over here. I watch sweeping, bleaching. I watch it every single day. I bring bleach. I watch it. This street couldn't be any cleaner. These guys have been here since 7 o'clock and have only taken 3 tents. I can't see past the truck down there, but this is resources that could be used to give individuals. They want to live where they were born and raised, and I don't understand why that's a problem for the city.
Yeah, that's another misunderstanding. People say they're from, yes, people are, I mean, this is America, so people are from all over the place, but a lot of these people that I've encountered
Are from Venice.
are from Venice. Gary is born and raised in Venice, and I think his grandfather was from
Yeah,
Venice.
and Michael is from Venice. Rodney behind us here, born and raised in Venice. They want to be where they grew up, and I understand that. Community means something to them, and it should mean something to the whole world. Community means a lot. To grow up knowing each other, to grow up going to school with each other, to grow up having each other, encouraging each other, it means the world to people. And people need to realize that in the city halls of our so-called justice system. Was that lightning?
Yeah, it's kind of.
What?
I think that was lightning just now.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wait for the thunder. And all of that is to wake us up to make sure we're creative. All that lightning. You know, Lulu thought I was saying thunder beams, B-E-A-N-S. It's actually thunder beams, B-E-I-N-G-S.
Oh, there's a bird, thank God. They took all this stuff.
Oh man.
But let's just hope it's not gonna rain. And,
It's
yeah,
supposed to rain.
I know, and that's the other thing. What they're doing in like 6 hours, 8 hours, you can do for the
In 2.
in 2 hours, and usually they have to do it in 2
This
hours
guy.
because they got other work to do.
Yeah. Do you smoke? Without it.
You guys live? You're live on your phone?
Yeah. Yeah. And you can't do that? You can't do Yeah, but it's not gonna get tired. Because I use SPTSC CBD. Yeah, it works. Yeah, but it's worth it though. It'll last you about 6 months. There's only one drop under the tongue. take your word for it. I'm gonna give you. Okay.
Same place, right? Same zone?
It's going for the CBD
Okay.
because I have arthritis, you know, and I use it. It works.
Did you use mine?
Yeah, I did.
And? And?
I like how he said that.
And?
I like how he
Oh,
said
comment.
that.
Okay, then you don't want it.
No, 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 it works.
No,
Okay,
it works.
that's all I need to know.
No, it works. I just want to say,
No, that's why he said it
Did
like
you pass
that.
huh?
out? Did you pass out?
No. Cause you mean the stuff in the jar, right?
Yeah.
That was CBD.
You didn't move your shit.
Wow, I just thought it was oil.
No, it's for pain.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I put it on my face and stuff.
Put it on your back.
Okay.
Your knees.
Okay.
See, you're not. I don't know why you're not listening to me. You don't love me anymore.
No, I love you. You're great. You're great.
I just need you to know that that helps. If you can cook with it. If you're taking it with a spoon,
Yeah.
you can cook with it too. It's just coconut oil
That's all it is.
and flour.
Wow. It's flour CBD, right?
Flour is indica.
Okay.
Yeah. Chill.
Well, you're amazing.
I put a nugget in my coffee,
Yeah.
in my coffee grounds, and I make coffee, and it takes my anxiety and my stress away for the day.
That's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, that's it. It's chill.
Stressful world, you know.
Yeah. And I give it away. I'll give it away before I've never sold it, never had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if anything, it covers. People bring me coconut oil yeah, they bring me coconut oil.
That's good, Jerry.
This guy sit on a red marker. Is he? Yeah, that's a red marker. His T-shirt's marked up with the red.
Okay.
On the back
It's a
side.
red marker?
Yeah, I thought it was bleeding.
Okay.
I'm born and raised right here, bro. Here.
What's that? Wow.
It's black.
How'd you know I want to go coffee?
It's black.
That's how I drink my coffee, man. Thanks. Wow.
It's not hot. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's coffee.
So yeah, Laddie, Myron Dewey, they had services last week. Guys from Digital Smoke Signals.
Goddamn it, I'll die
You
right
gotta
here.
check out Digital
Yeah, I
Smoke
wouldn't give a
Signals.
fuck. I'm just saying, bro.
You gotta check it out.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
We had drone footage of the military bombing on the reservation without permits and permission. For
If I have
years,
to,
as a kid, growing up as a kid,
I
waving
got
at
food on
soldiers,
TV. You know what I'm saying,
and
bro?
he had all kinds. And then the next day,
You know what? I'm gonna watch some shit.
he met on.
Oh yeah, coffee's good.
Shit.
So, I don't fuck around when it comes to me calling people now. I know, I'm like, you know what? My calls drop, weird shit happens, and I'm like, I got to listen.
Okay, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I was actually on my way to LAX, and I got several calls. I wasn't going to do the stream, but they asked me please to do it, and I'm trying to do less encampments, but I guess I'll start doing these once a week again. Okay, we got the plane spotting coming up on Saturday from 6:30 to 8:30 at night by In and Out LAX. So I'll just try to do this once a week too. I'm just trying to do more stuff I can make. I can sell my videos on. You know, more news stories. But I will do these once in a while because they got on my ass for not doing it. All right, talk to you guys later.